Bueno, chicas, estamos muy cerca para el Congreso Extraordinaria y la verdad siento que va a ser un congreso muy importante porque hoy por hoy yo creo que en esta temporada lo que significa ser extraordinaria, creo que lo podemos aplicar en nuestras vidas personales.
Well, what I think is that being extraordinary, like it's extremely powerful. Like it diminishes like the definition of being who you are in not just God's eyes but in anyone's eyes. I used to suffer a lot from self-esteem, and the good thing about the topic of it is you get to know more of how you're not, like how you are
worth.
Yeah,
Our
like
worth.
your
a
worth
lot of
towards
women,
it.
Yeah, a lot of women these days, they don't know how their worth.
And I think that's part of the problem, that we think, oh, I can't do this, or I don't do this like this, and it's like we take those things higher than we take what we can do. And it's like everything we do is kind of like overshadowed by what we can't do, and we think, oh, I'm not this, or I'm not this, and it's like we forget and we completely miss that, like, no, you do all of these things that a lot of people can't say that they do. And so
That's
it's
true.
Sobre todo lo que te hace ser extraordinaria es el hecho de ser tú misma, de no mirar a nadie, de enfocarte y ir hacia el camino, hacia la visión que tú tienes, y que no importe lo que la persona va a decir, no importe lo que el mundo va a decir, simplemente lo que tú creas, siempre y cuando vayamos de la mano de Dios.
De Dios, así es.
Eso es lo más importante, porque siempre va a haber personas que van a decirnos lo que tenemos que hacer, siempre va a haber personas que te van a estar juzgando por lo que hagas bien, por lo que no haces bien y por lo que nunca has hecho. Pero lo importante es que tú te sientas segura de lo que tú eres en Dios. Eso te hace extraordinaria.
Sí.
I think that's another thing, that it's like, it's so great to know who you are, because it's a lot of the times we depend on other people to tell us like, hey, you're doing this amazing, or oh my gosh, you're so pretty, or oh my gosh, like I wish I was you, this and that, da, da, da. And it's like, why can't we just give ourselves that validation? Like, why do we have to find validation in other things? Or like, I know like some women are like, oh, I find validation in wearing like a lot of makeup, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with wearing makeup. There's women that love wearing makeup. I like doing my own makeup. I walk around the house looking like a clown because I do like a whole bunch of eyeshadow and lipstick and eyelashes. But it's like, why does society make us feel like, oh, si no estás arreglada, si no estás pintada, con el pelo hecho, like no, that's how God made you. Why do you need to be more or less?
I feel because we have been so much into what society tells us to do than in what, for example, the Bible tells you to do. You know, like, it says it in His Word, like, He created us to be who we are. He created us tall, small, short, fat, skinny, whatever it is. And that's why I believe, like, we let society take away our worth from what He is trying to, you know, to give us.
Hay muchas mujeres hoy por hoy que no saben el valor que tienen por experiencias pasadas, ya sea en una relación, con sus esposos, sus novios, malas experiencias. Entonces yo creo que es importante saber que Dios nos creó con un propósito.
Una de las cosas que me llama mucho la atención en la palabra de Dios es que dice que Él nos ama como nosotros somos. ¿Y cómo somos nosotras? Somos
hecha su perfección, a su imagen.
Somos lindas, somos hermosas, porque nosotros tenemos que vernos a través de los ojos de Dios. ¿Cómo nos ve Dios a nosotras? Nos ve hermosas, nos ve bellas, preciosas, tenemos la mejor voz, tenemos los ojos más lindos, tenemos la altura perfecta. Así es como nos ve Dios, porque nuestra inteligencia es la inteligencia de Cristo, nuestra altura es la altura de Cristo. Y eso es lo que nosotros tenemos que tener en cuenta en cada momento y en cada situación que nos veamos.
Somos mujeres extraordinarias, definitivamente.
Yo pienso que este congreso va a ser uno de los congresos que va a ser más like it's going to be more impactful, especialmente para las jóvenes. Because I feel like the topic is more for us, you know, because a lot of girls that are really young, like muchas muchachas que son jóvenes, like no tienen ningún valor.
Y con el social media también siguen mucho al social media, al trend. Tengo que parecerme a ellas, si no, no me van a querer.
Pero like everything a girl does or they wear, what they do, like ellas quieren hacer.
A lot of the girls today, they see on Instagram like all these models and like, oh, to be sexy you have to have like tremendo body and you have to have like el pelo hasta acá and you have to have everything done and it's like
everything is fake.
Everything I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, do it if you want to do it. If it makes you feel better about yourself, go ahead and do it. Like, I'm nobody to say like, oh no, don't do this, or like the whole eyelash thing. Like I had fake eyelashes on and it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, why can't being funny or being like a woman of God be something that's like attractive? It's like, I find like, okay, I'm a woman of God and I know that that's more valuable than being something else. Like that's the most valuable thing you can be, a child of God. So it's like, why can't we take that and use that for ourselves and be like, I know who I am.
And I think it's because social media, that's why a lot of our youth and the future youth, they want to be, they have people that they look up to that not necessarily are like people that they're supposed to look up to, unfortunately. And that's where the self-esteem really comes down to, because when you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't look like
the other girl,
Kim Kardashian, or I don't know, older sisters, right? For example, because they were the ones that had the most followers, and everybody knows about them because of social media, and they don't feel valuable or worth enough because they don't look like that. And I think, once you get to know the Lord more, and you will know to find, like you were saying about boys, like some boys, they just look into what you look like in the outside. But I think it's more beautiful when they look at what you're
inside.
Of the inside.
Yup.
And your beautiful smile, your heart, like Ganesh, for example, she has no makeup, but she's so beautiful. Her smile. She's always kind. I mean, she's like, my mom is like, oh, who's that? She's so like beautiful. Like, you're beautiful. Like your heart, like your interior. It's just like, what man could not fall in love with you?
Crazy.
Seriously,
it's
because
crazy
you're so like,
it's crazy
worth
because
it's
like
a million, more
gonna
than a
make me
million.
cry.
Sometimes we'll be talking. Sometimes like between me and her, I'm gonna put this out there, but I don't care. She's like, sometimes we'll be talking and she'll be like telling me like personal things, and I'll be like in my head I'll think like, she's so awesome. Like sometimes I get annoyed by her. I'm not gonna lie. We get annoyed by each other all the time.
I annoy
her. Amigas.
Okay.
But
Amigas.
But I love you.
We understand you.
So like sometimes I'll be talking to her and she'll be like, oh, because this and this and this, and I'm like, why is she feeling like this girl does everything? Like she doesn't say no to anybody.
Yeah.
Like she's always there. Oh, Ganesh, I need this.
I'm
right there. Voy pa allá.
Yeah.
So it's like, and things like that. It's like, why don't we look up to that?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't.
sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
go.
But thanks, by the way, and thank you too. But like when I started coming to church, I started dancing with her, and
Contagious.
even to do this, like to raise my hand, like
same.
I wouldn't want to
It's
do
like, oh my
it.
God, who's looking at me?
Es así, porque yo también cuando empecé en los caminos de Dios, yo miraba a la gente alrededor y me preguntaba, ¿por qué son tan felices? Isn't that crazy?
Because we got Jesus.
Yeah.
Exacto. Pero yo vivía mi mundo antes como que, pensaba que era feliz por las cosas del mundo.
Pero you
O sea,
needed different
pero
things
yo
to make you
vine a
happy.
una iglesia y todo el mundo estaba alabando a Dios, cantando, saltando y entonces yo decía, pero ¿por qué están tan felices? Hasta que Dios tocó mi vida.
And it's
Entendí la felicidad que te da Dios.
It's crazy because instead of
Que no son tus
before,
amigos, no es el carro que tienes, no es la casa que tienes, es la felicidad que Dios, y cuando tú tienes la felicidad de Dios, ya ves el mundo de otra manera.
it's like
Totalmente.
before you needed like different little things to make you happy.
Sí,
Like, oh,
sí.
this happened today, it
Like,
made me happy. This
sí,
happened
sí,
today,
sí.
it made me happy. Like little
Sí.
things to like fill up your happy meter.
Sí.
But then it's like you get to know God, and like as you go along with your relationship, because at first it wasn't like that for me. Like I'll admit I wasn't
Sí.
completely there.
Ujú.
But then it's like you notice, oh wow, like that's God. When it's like you're in the worst moment ever, or you're mad or sad or whatever, and it's like you can still it happens to me where I'm like, if I'm mad and I'm like driving home or something, or I'm like in my room, I'll put on Christian music and I'll be just start like laughing and dancing or whatever, and I look to myself, I'm like, I might look so crazy right now, but it's like in that moment you're like, this is God, because I'm happy and I shouldn't be happy right now, but I'm happy.
Y va a haber varones que se van a enamorar de una mujer por la esencia que tienes de dentro, no por la belleza. Y ustedes todas son unas mujeres hermosas, hermosas, pero son más hermosas porque la esencia que tienes adentro, porque tienes a Dios en tu vida. Y yo creo que eso, Dios te da gracia, porque ¿no? Y a veces hay mujeres que yo conozco que ya perdieron las esperanzas. No, es que no hay hombres buenos aquí. Pero no, pero no pierdan esperanza
Sí,
porque
lo hay.
los hay. Hay hombres
might
que
have to go to another
se
country.
enamoran. Hay hombres que se enamoran
Sí los hay.
no de lo físico, sino que se enamoran de lo interno de una mujer, ¿no?
I saw this thing that it said, if you have God and he's a follower of God, he's gonna fall in love with God in you before he falls in love with you. And it's like, I feel like that's so much stronger than anything else you could ever do. Because it's like, beauty, it goes away. It fades. Because I'm gonna get wrinkles. I'm 19, but I'm gonna get wrinkles when I'm 50. Maybe not. Lord,
Maybe not.
espero un poquito.
Bueno, mi
Good
papá
genes.
siempre decía
Pero,
que antes de enamorarse de ti, que se enamore de Dios.
Yep.
Porque si se enamora de Dios y ama a Dios, te amará a ti.
That's right.
yeah.
Y te respetará a ti. Volviendo, chicas, con lo que estábamos hablando del media and everything. Yo me acuerdo que hace días estaba hablando con el grupo de jóvenes de los miércoles y les decía que a veces cuando tú entras a un salón de clases o entras a un lugar, sí tú puedes ver la chica que siempre sale más y se destaca más. Qué bonita, que tiene la mejor ropa. Ay, me encanta ese anillo, me encantan esos lentes, lo quiero tener. Pero te apuesto que siempre vas a recordar esa chica que fue amable contigo.
Yeah.
Esa chica que te dijo, estás perdida, necesitas ayuda,
Yeah.
entiendes la clase, te la puedo explicar. Porque va más allá, ser extraordinaria va más allá de lo que tú puedes ver, va dentro de ti.
Yeah.
Entonces al final tú siempre te vas a acordar de esa chica como Ganesh. Por eso estás diciendo,
Greedy.
nos
Siempre
acordamos
greedy.
de Ganesh porque ella es espontánea. Si te acuerdas de otras personas,
Pero
porque
you stand
eran
out.
kind.
Girl,
They
you
were-
stand out.
Yeah, like
Pero esa es la gracia que te da Dios.
exacto, but they were
Total.
kind
Grace.
with you.
Grace,
You know,
yeah.
they show another part
Yeah.
of themselves que
Yeah.
quizás tú no puedes ver con tanto maquillaje, con tanta ropa, con tanta
Lo interior. ¿no?
exponiendo cosas que no debemos de exponer, ¿entiendes? Y más mirando el corazón de cada una de nosotras. Y dejar de estar mirando el Instagram y ver quién tiene lo mejor y buscando otras cosas.
Sí.
I mean, yeah, we hated each other.
But we
Oh,
wouldn't get along because it's like we didn't know each other.
Okay.
Like we only went by what we heard from
okay.
other people.
But
You
for
guys
real.
went to the same high school.
Yeah, for like
Okay.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we wouldn't like
Was
each other
bad.
and we would talk bad about each other
Oh.
without knowing each other. Like I never
And then-
we would have conversations in class and that's it.
But we would talk bad about each other.
But we would talk about it and it was like and then one day she just showed up in church and it was like, "Oh, hey,
And not,
church,
like if
whatever."
nothing ever happened, we were good.
And
And
It was
that,
like-
so that's when you got to know the
And then I
real
got to
Ganesh.
know her, and I'm
Know
like-
what people
and now I
thought.
don't like
Yeah.
now sometimes honestly like sometimes we'll be talking and I think about like we've come such a long way
Oh.
and if only
My
we had
friend.
if only we had no for real if only we had gotten to know each other before we would have probably gotten along because we have so much to get along by.
Yeah.
So it's like
But I
esa envidia and esa like what
Yes.
you hear from other
Yeah.
people,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
But that's all like also like with gossip and stuff. But I also feel like I'm glad that we didn't get along. Why? Because I didn't have God.
I was gonna say that.
And okay, yeah,
God's
she
time is
probably
perfect.
she probably was in church, but she probably
I wasn't there.
So that's why I, like yo me
Yeah.
dicho, like God
Como que el
knows
tiempo de Dios siempre
God
es
knows
perfecto.
why
como
he
Él
does
hace.
what he needs to do at his
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
We never understand why,
Sí.
but he always does it. So,
Misterioso.
you know.
Así es, muchachas. Así que estoy súper emocionada por este congreso. Estoy invitando a muchas de mis familiares. Viene mi madre y estoy tratando de poder invitar a más mujeres porque yo creo que va a ser un congreso que nos va a enseñar tanto nuestro valor, nos va a enseñar tantas cosas que hoy por hoy la mujer necesita. Entonces, me imagino que tú vas también.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Ay, yo quiero ese.
Yo ya
I
tengo,
know,
lo
it's
compré.
cute. I like
I
this
have
cute.
the other one.
I'm gonna get another one too.
Ujú.
Yeah, me too.
I want to have all of them.
Yo
Collect
también.
shirts.
Toda la colección, todos los
Congreso.
congresos.
No,
de
for
todos
real,
los
I'm gonna have
años.
this one, the next
Este es
one.
2018, 2019. Bueno, este es mi segundo congreso en la vida, en la historia.
Is this
Oh,
my?
wow.
No,
verdad.
this is mine.
Mine
I
is-
But
didn't,
told
no,
her
I didn't want to go to the last one. Like the last one, my mom told me, she's like, ay, mami, go to el Congreso. Wow, go to el Congreso. El Congreso. The Congress, whatever. She's like, ay, ve, mami, acompáñame, no sé qué. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go, blah, blah, blah. Y al final terminé yendo.
¿Y te gustó?
Yendo.
Y fuiste bendecida.
Bendecida.
Wow.
It was amazing. No, it was amazing.
Sí.
So then this Congreso, I was like, okay, I'm going. Like, for sure, I'm going.
Sí.
No,
Es
like
que no nos los podemos perder. Tenemos
Sí.
que ir.
No, this one's gonna be.
Extraordinario.
Since I heard the
Extraordinario.
name, since I heard the name
Extraordinario.
and the meaning of the name, I was like,
That's me.
that's me.
Yeah.
Vamos.
Extraordinary. That's me. Me considero súper extraordinaria.
Yo también. Somos extraordinarias.
Extraordinarias.
Extra.
Así que, chicas, las espero.